when you talk about physical football, I think about Adams Central in 2A. They're facing another historically very physical program in Andrean. This is for 2A. How do you see this game playing? Because I think when you looked at, when I looked at the bracket at the beginning of the playoffs, I thought this is where it's going to get tough for Adams Central. And they've got to travel to Andrean, and it's an Andrean team that beat a pretty good Lafayette Central Catholic team last week, 2017. What are the keys for Adams Central to come up big, trying to win their first 2A semi-state championship?
I completely agree with you with Adams Central. The last 3 years we said, as they progressively went deeper in the playoffs, nobody can match up with Adams Central until they face Lutheran in the state championship game. Now in 2A, you get Andrean, which is a perennial power in the state and looking to get back to the state championship game. And the big one for this, as the question is every week, is who can slow down Adams Central running game. And if Andrean can do it, then that's advantage Fighting 59ers, because I don't know if Adams Central with Jamison Roach, we know what he can do, but also maybe not quite yet to the level that we expect as a junior or a senior in terms of going vertically. If Adams Central has to go vertical a lot, I think it's advantage Andrean. But at the same time, Adams Central, I think at the very least, got their scare last week, tie game at halftime, and Michael Mosier can use that as saying, hey, you guys need to play a complete 4 quarters because Andrean is that much better in Eastern, and for 2 quarters, they struggled last week.
Yeah, 7-7 at halftime. Adams Central outscores them 35-0 in the second half.
Yes,
but still. The one thing, I was looking at the stats on Max Preps, and last week, freshman Javier McCoy, 6'1", 200 pounds for Andrean, rushed for 176 yards. And that started me thinking that this could be a Drake Bowen part 2 type of guy. And, the folks at Eastside, the folks at Lures have seen what Drake Bowen can do. Notre Dame fans know what Drake Bowen can do. I was like, this guy just physically kind of
different,
similar, but he's a dude and he's a young guy. Stopping the run game is going to be crucial for Adams Central because Andrean rushed for over 200 yards last week against LCC.
Yeah. Well, here's my thing, too, with Andrean, is that Adams Central didn't have to face one of those perennial, powerful private schools in 1A in the North. Eventually, they had to play Lutheran, right? Now you have to face a very, very good private school in Andrean. And we're not getting a public-private, but at the same time, you have to face...
Oh, you don't want to get into that fun discussion?
That, But at the same time, you didn't have to go through the Andreans, okay, or the Lafayette Central Catholics, or the Bishop Lures to get to the 1A state championship game. Now, you're in 2A. You're going to have to beat one of those. And I just don't know if this is an Adams Central team that can do that. Maybe they can. Maybe they prove me wrong. But this is a very, very difficult game for the Flying Jets.
Yeah, and the run game has to be effective for Adams Central. You look at Heiser has over 1,100 yards, Hershey has over 900 yards, and Roach has over 700 yards. So it isn't one guy. Yeah. That's the one thing that would worry me if I was Andrean, is it's like we have to be able to stop the run game, but it isn't just one dude.
Right.
It's a variety, a cadre, as you like to say, of people in the offensive backfield that could be effective for Coach Mosier and AC.
Yeah, do you go Heiser? Do you go Hershey? Do you go Roach and keeping it? There's a variety of guys, and I think they're going to have to get very, very creative in trying to get some opportunities in terms of running lanes against Andrean. I think the question, too, is for Andrean, you knock off a really good opponent in Lafayette Central Catholic. Where's the mindset for Andrean? Oh, we just got Adams Central coming in after beating LCC. That could be trouble for Andrean. So emotionally, where are these two teams? But Adams Central, I'm going to say, over the last 4 years, this is the most difficult playoff game outside of playing Lutheran that they've had in the last 4 years.
Wow. And I'll say this, Braylon Reber is good for 1 breakaway touchdown every game.
Yes, he is.
I feel like in the postseason. So I think he'll do something.
Maybe
in this
one
game.
Completion, maybe it, but it's a touchdown.
If it's a 70-yard touchdown, you take that.